it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and this is part 3 of the auction haul. I actually was not planning on doing this video because, well, by the time I got done with auction haul number 2, I felt awful. I had a terrible headache, and I really shouldn't say headache, but it's mostly sinus pressure. And during this time of the year, I have a ton of it with the dry air and all of the weird things the weather is doing. So I ordered a humidifier for the bedroom. So hopefully overnight that'll help. And then whenever I get up in the morning, I won't be like a zombie. And then, so we're gonna see what happens with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what else I got. So I was able to scrounge together a few more things from that auction that I think is gonna be really good for me to resell. I don't think I also mentioned how much I paid for everything in all 3 of these videos. I paid $70 for everything that you have saw up into this point, and then these things right here. So I have some really cool items right here, including, let's start with this first thing right here. This is a really nice crystal American Brilliant Cut footed bowl. Not sure if it's supposed to be a punch bowl or a fruit bowl, but it's pretty large, as you can see. I'm going to show you up close. Look how beautiful that is. You can just see the light catching on all these cuts, and I think it's really nice. And it's very heavy. Let's see if you can hear this. Oh, I just love that sound. How much does it sell for? I am not sure. So there are solds all over the place, some smaller, some larger, nothing exactly like this, except I think I saw one, and it sold for $20 on eBay. I think it's worth more than that. However, I'm not sure if I want to be the type, if I want to actually put it online. It's pretty heavy, and I don't know if I want to go that route. So I might try it out on Facebook. We'll see. But anyways, I think realistically this is about a $90 to $100 item right here because of how nice it is. It's beautiful. Funny thing, I paid $1 for this. Amazing. So it had this fake, really bad arrangement of flowers in it, and it had some clay at the bottom of it to keep those flowers from toppling out, and it was covered in dust, and it was on the table, and I actually got a few other things along with this. I can't remember if anything here on the tables also was included, but yeah, $1. Actually, let me tell you something. I think 1 or 2 of those wigs in the previous video was also somehow entwined with this. So anyways, a great piece, and we'll see what I decide to do with this, but it's just lovely. Very nice. May even keep it. Okay, so I did buy some irons. Now let me be the first to tell you, or if you've already heard from somebody else, irons don't really sell. So this is a retro iron. It's really cool. The cord itself is in great shape, as you can see here. It's a cloth cord with this Bakelite plug and connector. This is not a steam iron. It is just a standard flat iron with the Bakelite, or, well, not sure if it's Bakelite or not, but with this really cool handle, and it's chrome and all that. They don't really sell that well. They really don't, unfortunately, because what are you going to do with it? Then I also grabbed this one here. It's a steam one. I didn't buy these intentionally. They just came with other things. This one's in great shape, the travel iron, and it comes with this little bottle if you want to add some steam to it. Very neat. It's General Electric on this one, and the other one is Durabuilt. So those are interesting irons, and they each come with kind of a box, so that's really cool. So in the last video I had a wooden stool, a small stool, and I mentioned that a bear came with it. Here is the bear that came with the stool. I went ahead and listed this on eBay because I did look it up, and it is made by, well, it says Cuddle Wit, W-I-T, Cuddle Wit, and they were going for like 20 bucks a piece on the whole. So I thought I might as well list this little guy, and he's in great shape, as you can tell. Really clean. He doesn't have any negative or really any smell at all. So I think it's a great saleable item, and it's just a cute little bear. Well, a good sized bear, about 18 or 19 inches. So that's really cool, and that came with that $1 chair that I bought. And an iron. One of these irons came with it. Okay, so I also bought some of these. Now there are 4, and I did pay $7. So we have, they're plastic and they're made in China, but this is a 1934 Crown Victoria, and it has the little part there where you can open up and see the engine. It's just a really fun yellow car. And then we have here a Chrysler red. This one doesn't open. It's kind of what you see is what you get, but it's really cool. That's also part of the $7 purchase. And then we have a Ford Model A 1931 in this red burgundy color. Really cool, great one. These are all booth items, by the way. And then lastly, we have a 1931 Ford Model A in this green, that Hunter Forest green. So that is awesome. I did pay $7 for these, but I figure that I can price each one for at least $4 or $5. And I think they'll sell for that. So that's about 20 bucks and I paid $7. So not bad. It's just a different type of item that I don't usually get to buy, so I wanted to have my hand at it. Okay, also, I forgot to mention this, but here's a couple of these hummingbirds. They were also in the same lot on my last video where I had those home interior metal things. These also came with them. So once again, this is like a $15 item online, so it's, you know, very good, and they do sell. Actually, I just sold 5 like 1970s wall decor pieces to some guy in China, and his bill with shipping and everything was like $155, and so that's awesome. And I'll make a little over $100 on just the items themselves, so that's pretty cool. But I did get this. Now these are incidental things that I wasn't really after, but they're neat. It is Everlast forged aluminum, and it has this hammered look to it. It's kind of like a covered dish. Well, it is a covered dish. And there's the lid with the flower on top of it for the handle. Very cool, and it is double handle. So this is just a great booth item. Maybe put $5 on it and see if it sells. I'm not sure if something like this will sell, but it's pretty cool. And this lid is really weird. It doesn't want to stay unless you put it just right, and it might not even be the right lid, but it looks okay. Also, I was able to get this fondue pot. This one is a newer style than, well, you know, it could still be the 80s, but I like to pick up the ones from the 70s for sure because they come in really fun, vibrant colors like orange and apple green and yellow. I want to say brown, but that's not a fun, vibrant color. This one's just chrome, but it was basically free. It came with some other stuff, and this is another example of something that can go in the booth. That is not worth my time putting online. The fondue pots that I have put online, I've really seen a dip in sales on those. For a while I was selling them and they were selling pretty well, but I do have like a few listed, and some really cool, like there's a really cool red one I know of that's on there. It's just not selling, but it has everything here. So it has this burning apparatus, and everything looks completely new. There's no scorch marks or burn marks on the pieces, and so it's just a great usable fondue pot, great for parties. Oh, there's a little tea light in there too. So it's a very nice thing for the booth. Okay, so the last thing that I have to show you is this really cool fireplace type thing. It's a great booth item because of its size, but I think I paid $2 for it. And it'll go great in the booth because it has this sort of a woodland appeal to it with the animals. We have elk and bear and a tree. And it's just really cool. It says actually made in Mexico on the back of it, and we have all these little votive holders on here with the lights. So this is a really cool item, and I think I could put this in the booth for like $15 easily, and it'll just fly out of the door. So it's a great piece for the booth. It's not vintage or anything naturally, but it's just a cool one to have, you know, for variety. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.